Okay, so why am I qualified to talk to you about this today? I've spent the last 14 years in the fashion industry as a makeup consultant and a hairdresser. I have certifications, oh, lavender kicking, certifications from the top brands, including but not limited to MAC, Clinique, Estee Lauder, Bobbi Brown, every perfume company you can think of I have worked with, Aveda, Bumble & Bumble, Redken, Paul Mitchell, Toni & Guy, John Masters, and Organic Color Systems. I've invested hundreds of hours in classes, certifications, and research. I have witnessed the good, the bad, and the ugly with the industry standards and the rapidly growing health effects of my beloved industry and the harm that it's causing. So education is power, and I completely congratulate you guys for being here tonight and taking that time, like I said, away from your families to learn. Not knowing is definitely easier, but not knowing has some extreme side effects on us and everyone around us. By the end of this, you might feel like you need one of these masks, like here in the picture, but I already told you, I came up in the fashion industry, and I'm not walking around with one of those masks. So stay tuned for the good news. The threat is real, and it's all around us. Here's a samples of a few bad news ingredients that are lurking in your home right now. And I'm not doing this to scare you guys off, just to really educate and empower you in what's in our homes. So you guys can see formaldehyde and formaldehyde-like chemicals, and there's going to be other names on them. I am not going to try to attempt to say all of them, so that's why I wrote them down for you guys. These are found in hair straighteners, straightening creams, and cleaning products. Formaldehyde releasers. These are a little tricky. When the product is first tested, these do not show up, but when mixed with the water in the plastic bottle, these will release. These are found in shampoos, conditioners, bubble baths, and the list goes on. Same thing, I did not name everything, just the ones that they're most popular in. Parabens and phthalates, also known, not going to read those to you guys. You guys can read those. And I'll put a little cheat sheet on our event, our Facebook event as well. And I believe you guys can download that and carry it around with you. So phthalates are very, very common in our house. They're found in soft plastics. So those liners that you have in the shower and your kids' baths, when those get heated up with the hot water, you are releasing those toxins into your children's bath. These are commonly found in perfumes, fragrances, makeup, and sunless tanners are among the things that we find these most in. Triathlon, I'm not even, you guys can read those, right? Okay, so this is in toothpaste, liquid hand soaps, body washes, laundry detergents, cutting boards, and so many of our other household goods. Retinol, a lot of you guys have probably heard that. These are most commonly found in anti-aging creams. They are found in 1 in every 4 sunscreens, skin pills, and the list goes on. Lead. We all know what lead, go back. We all know what lead is in. Lead acetate is mostly found in men's hair dye, but let me tell you, this is something that they've been trying to cover up for many, many of years. I said cover up, not replace, in hair colors. Fragrances. Fragrances are scary, guys, because anything that says fragrance on them, unfortunately, the industry is allowed to hide hundreds and hundreds of chemicals under this listed as fragrance. Obviously, we know what's fragrances, right? Lotions, or hand creams, or hand soaps, or detergents, or perfumes, you name it, right? Just about everything we buy from the aisles of Target, we like that pretty smell and scent. These are very, very harmful. So I'm just going to read to you guys. Formaldehyde is directly linked to breast cancer. Formaldehyde releasers, which are used as preservatives to keep away mold and bacteria from growing. Yeah, we can understand why maybe they put these in there initially, but we have so many other ingredients that we're going to talk about tonight that can do the same thing. So the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the World Health Organization has deemed, this is formaldehyde releasers we're talking about, has deemed these toxic and labeled them as carcinogenics. So even in America, we have labeled these toxic. Parabens and phthalates. Harvard School of Public Health linked one type of paraben to impaired fertility. These are estrogen disruptors. They have been known to decrease sperm, cause endometriosis. I'm not saying that right, sorry guys. Insulin resistance, promotes early puberty, reproductive abnormalities, and cancer. So we're not talking about like allergies and asthma here, guys. We're talking about things that are much more serious that are found in your everyday common household products. The triathlon, and I wish Larissa were on here because she could probably like say these words for you guys so well, and she's amazing at all this stuff. But it's linked to reproductive abnormalities, and the FDA even announcing that they are not safe and continue to support in the ban of these altogether. But they're still out there. Retinol, these speed up the development of cancerous lesions. So if you already have cancerous lesions, these will speed up that process for skin cancer mainly. And if you wear these in the sun, this is a definite risk for signs of cancer or for skin cancer. Lead that we talked about, I think most of us have heard, you know, the lead on the toys from China. Most of us know this is bad, but it is a potent neurotoxin damaging nerve tissues, and they're highly potent to the central nervous system as well. Fragrance, like I said, we can label, there's hundreds of different chemicals that companies like to throw under fragrances, and they don't have to release what all is in them. So these cause short and long-term effects on the central nervous system, and they are still, unfortunately, there just has not been a ton of scientific research on this. So that's still something, all of these need to be highly researched for short and long-term effects. In America, we're getting most of our stats and stuff from other countries, unfortunately. So most of us know this. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I talk about this often. It only takes 26 seconds. So when we put that lotion and rub it all over our children's bodies or us for dry skin, it takes 26 seconds to get from the top of our skin into our bloodstream. So think about that, chew on that for a second, and think about all the products that you put on daily and how quickly they're affecting you in your bloodstream. So the EPA discovered that the average woman applies 126 different and unique ingredients on her skin every single day. 80,000 chemicals are estimated in all of our products. You probably have at least 40, 60,000 chemicals. If you're a big fan of Target like I am and was, in your house, in your home and household right now as we speak. The sad part about all of this, guys, is only 10% of these have ever been tested, Unfortunately, the law that was designed to ensure our personal products are deemed safe has not been changed since 1938. FDA has limited authority to regulate our cosmetics, and our current laws leave them powerless to screen for chemicals. Their hands are tied, and we could get into why another time, and that's a whole nother class. But we're kind of going on this innocent till proven guilty method with our products. So meaning that, and until enough people have reported or knew exactly what it was and exactly what chemical or product they used that caused it, and several people admit and share this and actually go on, they're not doing anything about it. So we have to have some very, very severe effects and a whole lot of people to be affected before anything is even talked about being done or that product's researched. So unfortunately, the bad news continues, guys. I promise, stay tuned. We're going to have good news at the end, but we're going to get down and educate you guys. So unfortunately, as bad as our cosmetic industry is, our cleaning products are far worse. So I got a little bit more into the products knowledge and the beauty products with you guys and makeup and all of that, because that's what I know, that's what I'm educated in, that's what I've seen for myself harm other people. So, but do know that our cleaning products are even worse. Somebody needs to mute them. So last year a bill was released. Danelle, mute yourself. Oh wait, I can mute you. Haha, I found out how to mute you. You're muted. Last year, a bill was released that would make companies have to release, label, and fully disclose what was in their products. Sadly, this bill was backed by big money and did not pass. So only a quarter of all our cleaning products, just picture guys, right? Like wherever you get your cleaning products, walking down that aisle and think of all, I picture Home Depot because they have like that huge aisle of cleaning products. So 1/4 of all of those are even adequately labeled. Companies like to use vague terms and they like to act like they're labeling what's in their products. They use words like preservatives, color tints, perfumes, and like we just talked about, fragrances. These are just a few that are persistently used in the industry that mask so many of the harmful chemicals that are really in there. Cleansing products have been linked to asthma, allergies, respiratory issues, reproductive issues, depleting the immune system, and again, the big one, cancer. And the medical industry, guys, side note, I am no way talking bad about the medical industry and will actually be recommending Western medicine and your doctors in a little bit. So anybody, nurses, anybody out there, don't roll your eyes at me quite yet. But we've all seen the commercials, right, guys? Right? Like, this is my example of our commercial. So, oh wait, I had like 3. Let me think of which one I was gonna use. But we've seen them, right? Like, you have genital warts. Use this cream. May cause rash on locations, mood swings, vomiting, and in rare cases, death. Like, right? We've all seen those commercials. Does anybody else look at that commercial and go, death? Are you kidding me? For a genital wart, I'll take the itchy butthole. Sorry, but that's how I feel. So, and we're going to continue just a little bit more. I hope I haven't lost you guys. I'm trying to get through this quickly and let you know in depth, or in quick, not in depth, just why so many people are turning to essential oils. So these are eye-opening facts, and we will get to the good news. FYI, guys, unfortunately, kids are not tiny adults. Proportionately, they drink more water, they eat more, and they breathe more air and take in more than we do on a daily basis. They are also taking higher concentrations of toxins. Their brains and nervous systems are still making connections, and they're still maturing. These processes are particularly sensitive to pesticides and toxins. So these are causing short and long-term effects in our children today. The evidence is strongest actually with studies done in American children, which link pesticide and toxin exposure to lower IQs, ADD, ADHD, and autism. And did you guys know that ADD and ADHD are on the autistic spectrum? I know Larissa knows that. I see her shaking. I know she knows that. I didn't know that. I just learned that Saturday. A friend of mine actually did a class on our builders group all about autism. And if you haven't watched it and you're already in our Facebook group with the oils, please watch it because it is a really, she did a really good job at it. But ADD is something we have suffered with in this household. And for any of you that know me, know I would not put my son on medication. But through doing the same thing that parents do with autism, kids not even knowing that it was on the spectrum, we have, I won't say cured ADD, but my son is no longer in any way, form, shape, would have to be on medications for ADD. So it works. And for those of you that don't know, the first thing that parents do when they don't want to put their kids on medication for autism is take away all the toxins in their home from the laundry that they sleep, or from the laundry, because remember those sheets that they sleep on, they rub their faces on all night, they're in their clothes. So they change. Laundry is one of the biggest things, laundry detergent that people can change for toxin, the toothpaste that they use twice a day. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, guys. But that's one of the first things that parents with children of autism do, is get those toxins out of the home. And that alone, not only, but alone, usually has some really amazing effects on their children. So I hope you guys are still with me, but I'm going to read you a few more facts if you guys haven't already read them already. Cancer rates in children have increased 26% between 1975 and 1998. These are the last known medical studies that I could find that are actually in medical books and not the next Pinterest blogger to say so. So that's why it's only done from those years. But to this day, it is the leading cause of death in children. And that's cancer. So across the board, cancer rates have more than doubled since 1960. In the last 25 years, the number of children that suffer from asthma has doubled. Canadian Lung and Asthma Society says across the board, asthma has gone up 600% since 1980. Breast cancer is the #1 killer in women ages 35 to 54. Mind you, that is been directly linked to the products that we put in the deodorant we use in our armpits in many of other countries. Fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, arthritis, lupus, MS, circulatory disorders, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, IBS, depression, and hormone problems are all diseases commonly related to chemical exposure, guys. Think about that aisle. Think about your pantry and what you have in there. So now that I've scared some of you off, no, we're getting more participants, but there's good news, right? I told you I was going to give you good news. So the good news, you might be saying, Steph, there's no way I can eliminate all of these and never be exposed to any of these chemicals again. And you're right. But the good news is by making small changes, we can greatly reduce the amount of toxins around us, greatly impacting our health now and for our future. And remember, those kids that are in our homes are impacted even more, and their futures will be that much brighter without these chemicals surrounding them. In fact, another EPA study stated that the toxic chemicals in household cleaners are 3 times more likely to cause cancer than the outdoor air. That makes common sense to me, and it concluded that our indoor air was up to 70 times more polluted than the outdoor air. So for us Southern Californians that are worried about the pollution and stuff in our air, yes, it's true, it's there, but our homes are up to 70 times more toxic than that pollution that you walk around in the middle of LA in. Why is this good news, guys? Because we can control and reduce up to 70% of the toxins that we are being exposed to. With what? How, you might ask? Anybody know the answer? Ding, 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 ding. Anybody? Essential oils. So this is why people are turning to these beauties, why they are flooding your market today. doTERRA is the #1 reason you see essential oils on the Walmart shelves, at Sprouts, and all of that. They made a little money doing a really good deed, and everybody wanted to chime in on that, right, guys? So they're flooding our market, and this is why. Essential oils are often faster, more effective, cheaper, and always safer than our modern counterparts today. So we use them, and we're empowered by using so. So here's a picture of a science project that was done last year showing just how powerful OnGuard, one of our essential oils, is in comparison to household cleaners. So I had to show you guys this because we were talking about the toxins today. Here's OnGuard. I don't know where my camera is. Somewhere on here. Anyway, so you guys can see that right there. OnGuard in the bottom left. The big tannish brown dot would be the product, and the white around it is the bacteria that they encased in here. Oh, nope, go back. So Lysol, Clorox, for all my bleach fans that swear they will never get rid of their bleach, I'm here to tell you, you can get rid of that darn bleach that's causing has so many toxins in it and lingers in your house. Look at this OnGuard, guys. Like, is anybody else impressed by this in the bottom left corner? This by far killed that surrounding bacteria more than any other of those cleaning products. So